Did I show you the best definition of product market fit I've ever seen? This
No,
came out a couple
please.
days ago. So this guy, Iman, he was the former CEO of AppSumo. He grew them, he says, from 3 to like 80 million ARR. He was doing a thread of his observations about being in business. And this just made me absolutely die. He writes over on Twitter or X, you don't have true product market fit until it feels like you're wearing a meat suit in a dog park. Keep iterating who you serve and what you offer until that's true. That's a great definition, Jason. And I think it puts a pretty high bar on PMF. I like it.
That's essentially talking about market pull, which is
Okay.
the final stage of product market fit. If people are calling you and they're telling you how many they want to buy, you go from like calling people and they don't return your call. Then you call people, they take the meeting, but they don't buy the product. Then you call, they take the meeting, they buy the product, they stop using the product. Then they, call, most of them buy the product, most of them get value from it and use it, very few churn. Okay, now you got a real business. And then there's a point in time where people are like, I need some of that. And they just call you and throw money at you. And that happened to Uber, DoorDash is a good example of it.
PayPal back
Facebook,
in the day. When PayPal
PayPal, just
launched its service on eBay, its servers were just immediately destroyed because everyone wanted it so badly. Amazing.
yeah, it's an amazing feeling when you're just selling hotcakes. But it's very rare, and most founders are just stuck in that, trying to get people to even care, get them to even try it, and that's why startups are not for everybody. It's a really hard slog. The macro stuff, I always try to get founders to not worry too much about. It's good to know about them, especially when you're going to go public later. That's when it becomes into play, because you do have to time, when you're a later stage, you have to time deploying large amounts of capital with the eventual goal of going public. So the first 5 years, you might be getting that product market fit. All of a sudden, you're the guy in the dog park with meat on them getting surrounded and attacked for their product. Then the countdown clock begins. Okay, you got 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million in revenue. Okay, when does this thing look good enough and is predictable, has predictable enough revenue to go public so people can get an exit? And that's like kind of the second half, or the last third of the journey to public, becoming a public company. At my company, Launch, we have a rule about returning phone calls on the same day, if not faster. It's just core to any business to be responsive to your customers, and missed calls equals missed opportunities. That's why your company should think about signing up with Quo. You know Quo, they used to be called OpenPhone, and they are the #1 business phone system that's built for 2025, not 1995. With Quo, you can take calls from anywhere, your phone or your computer, and your whole team shares just one number. And you're going to get AI summaries of every call, and you're going to get the context routed straight to the next available person, and no one is ever left hanging. Plus, they just introduced Sona, the always-on, totally customizable AI agent that takes calls when you're not available. And then Sona is going to capture all the important information and hand it off to your team. Quo is offering Twist listeners 20% off your first 6 months. And get started for free by going to quo.com/twist. That's QUO.com/twist. You can even keep your existing number for free at QUO.com/twist.